caught up inside ourselves. We take when we should give. So for tonight we pray for what we know can be, and on this day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for. Look beyond ourselves, there's so much sorrow. It's way too late to say, I'll cry tomorrow. Each of us must find our truth. We're so long overdue. So for tonight we pray for what we know can be, and every day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for. Even with our differences, there is a place we're all connected. Each of us can find each other's love. So for tonight we pray for what we know can be, and on this day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though this world needs so much more, there's so much to be thankful for.
Good morning and Happy New Year. My name is Carol Johnson, and I'll be leading today's service. Dee Dee Camhi will be presenting our message this morning. Our opening words this morning are, we gather together. We arrive as individuals, as couples, as families, as neighbors, as friends. We got here by walking, by biking, by riding, by driving, by connecting. We bring with us our joys and our sorrows, our laughter and our tears, our worries and our fears, our questions and our beliefs, our ethics and our values. Some of us arrived early this morning, or joined us 10 minutes ago, or encountered obstacles on their way, or will arrive just in time for the sermon, or will sign online this morning. We are sitting in chairs, leaning on walkers or canes, stretching in the aisles, settling in wheelchairs, and relaxing in recliners. We, members, friends, and visitors alike, come from many paths to join together as one congregation to lift up our highest ideals. We have gathered. And so I want to welcome you with, live from Fellowship Hall, it's our LCUUF Sunday service. Our announcements were on a slideshow before the service and were also sent out by email yesterday with the order of service for today. A few notes. Our building is open to all in-person services. We continue to offer our services on Zoom each Sunday for those who are unable to attend in person. Wearing masks in the fellowship building is highly suggested, but not required at this time. And now, a special welcome to our visitors. If you're visiting us for the first time or have returned or reconnected after a long absence, we invite you to say your name and tell us where you're from. If you're on Zoom, use the Zoom raise hand feature or just turn on your video and wave your hand, and we'll ask you to unmute. If you're in the room, just raise your hand.
Theresa Libby, visiting from St. Paul, Minnesota.
And Roxanne Kibben, also from St. Paul, Minnesota. Hi, I'm Tracy McLaughlin, visiting from Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Margaret Prasuti, and I live here in Ahihik.
I'm Eva Lipka, and I live in Ahihik.
Welcome all. Anybody new on Zoom?
I don't see anyone.
That was don't see anyone, I think. Okay. And just a brief note, we offer a wide variety of services on various topics presented by our members, outside guests, as well as our minister, Reverend Matt Alspaugh. We hope you'll return to sample this variety of thought and belief. And now we will light the chalice with these words which we sing together. Hold it up. Try it up.
How about down?
Oh, you got it.
Kindle this night in celebration for the life that we share.
There are many ways to be of service to LCUUF. Our time, treasure, and talents are all necessary components to a healthy fellowship. Now is the time in our service that we ask you to share the gift of treasure through pledging and donations. Instructions for payments to the fellowship are on a slide during the announcements before the service every week. For the people here at the fellowship, we'll pass a basket. If you're new here today or struggling to hold things together, let the baskets pass you by. Your presence is more than enough and is a gift to us. And while you're considering your gifts to the fellowship, remember that each month LCUUF donates 5,000 pesos or more to an organization in our Lakeside community. We share one half of the offering collected at the fellowship each week with that organization. For the month of January, we're supporting Tepewa Centro Comunitario. The Tepewa neighborhood is situated on a hillside above downtown Chapala. It's considered one of the poorest neighborhoods in all of the state of Jalisco. There are many challenges here, from drug and alcohol abuse to crime, to crime and violence. Many children are not registered for school as they're lacking the necessary documents, such as birth and vaccination certificates. In 2010, a small group of volunteers had an idea to open a community center to help the people of Tepewa stand on their own. Their vision was to help a village to help itself, to create a place for the poor of the village. The poor could go for food, counseling, guidance, and help of any kind. And now for our opening hymn, For All That Is Our Life. Please stand as you are willing and able and sing with us.
Sing our thanks and praise, for all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build a common good, and make our days glad. For needs which of the soul, for services we give, rewards, for hours of rest and love, we came with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come in praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise, for all life is a gift, which we all call to use to build a common good, and make our days glad.
Each week, we take time to remind ourselves that we belong to a community which cares for each other. The sharing of joys, sorrows, and milestones is one way that we practice holding one another in community. We speak what's in our hearts, sharing any significant joys or sorrows in our lives, because there's power in the sharing. We'll start with the folks in the room to give those on Zoom a chance to type sorrows and joys into the chat box to be read aloud by the Zoom host. First, let us recall the joys. Whatever you may be celebrating, whatever evokes a feeling of joy or peace for yourself or others. And are there any joys that people in the room would like to share today?
First of all, my name is Susan Miller, and I'd like everybody who had anything to do with the taco party yesterday to stand up, please. I think Barley also. Thank you, everybody. It was a great party.
My name is Kate. I would like to thank the powers that be for the fact that it rained last night. It kept the fireworks down. I got some sleep. Hi, I'm Colleen Deary. One, I'm very grateful that I've tested negative and I'm back in the saddle again, sort of. But the other joy I have is my niece Julia and her husband Hector welcomed their firstborn on Thursday. He's got a mouthful of a name, Sol Ithuriel Campos Biri.
I wanted to share a joy that I think probably all of us have, and that is at this time of year we hear from folks that we haven't heard from for a long, long time, and we reconnect. And I just, it's a great joy to reconnect with people that have been a part of your life for many years. And maybe we can keep that connection going in 2023.
Hi, I'm Phyllis. I just want to say that we're very joyful that we had the opportunity to celebrate beautifully last night with some wonderful friends, and we had a great time, and it was just the most enjoyable evening we've had in a very long time.
I'm David, and I received a call yesterday evening from my son in San Francisco, and he told me, to my surprise, that he and his wife and my granddaughter may be coming to visit in February, so I'm joyfully looking forward to that.
Are there any joys to be shared on Zoom?
From Heidi McLennan, I want to thanks all the folks who have been keeping an eye on us all of us who have been ill. And from Susie Lindeman, Mary Helen has moved into her new home in Chapala and now trying to connect with our Zoom service online. She welcomes visitors. Happy New Year's, a todas. And that's it.
All right, now let us voice our sorrows or concerns, whatever you or the world may be holding that is in need of our healing and caring thoughts. Those on Zoom are welcome to type sorrows and concerns into the chat box. If you've not yet done so, again, we'll start with the folks here in the room. Are there any sorrows people want to share?
Tom McClure. I'll share a concern for those in Ukraine who are suffering a harsh winter as a result of war without adequate heating, housing, and water often.
No more sorrows. Good. How about sorrows on Zoom?
No sorrows, but I noticed Mary Helen just joined us. Welcome, Mary Helen.
Very good. All right. And this candle from our care team represents those joys and sorrows that are not yet ripe for words. Oh, she's got her own, okay. And that now remain in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. We light this candle for all those unspoken joys and sorrows. Let us share a moment of silence to hold in our hearts both sorrows and joys that have been shared this morning. And now Dee Dee Camhi will present our message for today.
Welcome, everybody, and Happy New Year. The title of our presentation today is Finding Gratitude, and I think we all have something to be gratitude today. And I'm grateful that the bells are ringing. So as you can see on your seats, you all have a pencil and paper. Okay? And I'd like you to, well, let's wait. So I'd like you to take the paper and pencil, place them on your laps, close your eyes and listen to the music, reflect on your life, and think about all those things that you're grateful for. And after 2 minutes, I will give you further instructions. And for those of you in Zoom, if you could find a piece of paper and a pencil and rejoin us and do the same thing. Close your eyes and just reflect on your life and all the things that you are grateful for. Okay. Okay, now slowly open your eyes, take the pencil in your hand, and for 2 minutes, write down all the words that come to mind. Not sentences, just words. Take a couple of minutes to do that. There's other pencils there. There's a pencil there. Okay, now turn to the person sitting next to you. All right, put your pencils down. And I hope this person is not a partner, but if it is, it's just fine. It's fine. And share your answers, okay?
On Zoom,
People on
please.
Zoom, you're going to be placed in breakout rooms. So please join the room when you are invited. And then I'll ask you to choose a few words you have in common. No need to put any of them in order. I'll give you about 3 minutes to do this. Okay, so start sharing. There we
So please join the breakout room, folks on Zoom.
Yeah. They know how to do it. So they're going to say the word and you're going to write it. Okay. And then take it right away. Yeah. No, no, you just hang. We're not going to have them come up at all. All right, so what I would like you to do now is people on Zoom, just wait a minute, but for all of you, one person in each partner would please say a word, and Carol will write it down and hang it on the little tree we have in front of us, okay? So can we start with you ladies in the front? One of you? One word. Health. Okay, you guys? Delicious, wonderful. You guys? One word. A word. Yeah. Dogs, wonderful. Okay, over there, Paula. Humor. Okay, you guys? Are we too fast? Oh, too fast, okay. Family? Okay, family. Let's go over here.
Dogs.
Peace. Okay, we're gonna try to get Carol to. Oh, family. Well, let's wait for a minute and get family. Okay, you guys? Friends. Wonderful. Home. Okay, want to just put some in the front.
All right, I just read them all and I was on mute.
Oh, Matt, you're going to help. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. You did one? No, just one from each. Okay, so where are we?
Well, I wrote a lot.
Did you say one? Okay, Eric and Tracy? Laughter. Barley, did you do one? You did. Okay. Colleen? Nature. Wonderful. Lorna? LCUUF. Yay. Oh, thank you, Matt. Okay. You guys, well, wait a minute. I think we are, where did we go? People in the back? David? Companions? Susan, did you do one? No, not yet. Thank you. Susan, history. Good. You guys? Wisdom. Lorna, you did one? Yes. Motivation. Okay, Charlie, back there.
I'm grateful for.
What?
Math.
Oh, yes, that's. True.
Happiness. Okay, Roy and David?
True, too.
Theater. Wonderful. Okay. All right, so now let's turn to the people on Zoom. Okay, are we ready on Zoom? Hello?
We might be.
Okay. Well, let's hear from you guys. One person in the group and say something that you haven't heard before.
Hey, Matt Alspar. How's it?
Hello, Zoom people?
Oh, you don't hear me?
Hello, how about room 3 with Heather, Joni, Heidi, and Susie?
No, we're not on.
Room
Unmute
3,
one of
say
you
a
and
word.
room 4 with Fred and Sharon.
Hello?
All the breakout rooms are closing. I don't know why.
Oh.
They were told to.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
How
okay.
about you, Fred?
Yeah, we were told to that it was closing, and so I hit the closing, and now I'm back here. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do.
Say a word, Fred.
Say a
Just
grateful
say a
word.
Family.
Family. Wonderful. I thought that was said already. Oh, all right. Okay. Anything else on Zoom?
And now we're getting a message to join a breakout room.
Okay. So let's
Try
hear some more
again.
words.
Try again, please.
Anybody? Okay.
How about John
Richard,
DeWall?
but have them tell you. Okay.
Or Heather Wilson.
Heather, do you have something to say?
Turn on your mic and speak to us. How about Deborah?
Dogs. Dogs barking.
He said speak.
All right, well, I think that's fine. Thank you very much, Zoom people. We have you in your hearts.
Here comes
Okay.
a word. Get that word.
So,
Options.
did you
Options.
guys- Huh?
Options was one more word.
Options. Okay. And I'd like Carol and Matt to now read them all, please. Here.
Okay, so companions, history, LCUUF, wisdom, laughter, options, nature, friends, motivation, family, home, humor, my dogs, peace, theater, delicious, health, family, happiness, and I think that's all the way around.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. So, several studies have examined how gratitude relates to our emotions. Importantly, studies have shown that gratitude and indebtedness or obligation, concepts that were often previously considered overlapping constructs, can sometimes be experimentally separated. For example, studies have found that people feel significantly more grateful when they know that a helper has benevolent intentions than when a favor carries an ulterior motive, and a recipient's gratitude decreases and indebtedness increases when their benefactor expresses a greater expectation of repayment. There are many different methods of measuring gratitude, and I will just show you one. and it is called the Gratitude Questionnaire. It was designed to measure a person's level of gratitude as an affected trait or disposition, that so-called trait, gratitude. Can you read that? And just take a minute to look at it. Can you read that all? Yeah? Okay, so you're gonna just give yourself a score of 1 to 7. 7 strongly agree, 1 strongly disagree. And we're not gonna. So how many 7s do we have? Lots of 7s? Yay, okay. Any 1s?
There was one question that needed a 1.
Yeah, there was. Okay, good. Yeah. You want me to go back? You want to go back and look at it a minute? Okay, go back and look at it.
Questions 3 and 6.
3 and 6, yeah.
Low score.
Okay, so let's go on. I had never heard of this man, Louis Schwartzberg, before, but I found this TED Talk presentation on gratitude, and he did it in 2016, and I thought you would be most inspired by it.
So wonder and awe brings us into the present moment.
A little louder.
And that unleashes our imagination. It helps us adjust our perception of time. It influences our decision making. It makes us more patient, more willing to help others, and that makes life much more satisfying. It makes us feel rich in time. When was the last time any of you felt rich in time? We need to bring nature into our lives because it helps us build resiliency. People often ask me, how did you get started filming all these beautiful shots of nature? Well, I didn't grow up in the woods. I actually grew up on the streets of Brooklyn. I think my first whitewater experience was racing popsicle sticks down the gutter. My parents were Holocaust survivors. They met after the war in a relocation camp. And after knowing each other for only 2 weeks, they decided to get married. And friends who they had just met stood in for their parents to walk them down the aisle. They came to America a few years later with my sister, and nothing more than the clothes on their back. They were resilient. But growing up under their roof, I learned under that lens of gratitude that they appreciated every blessing that came their way, like food on the table, a roof over their heads, a steady job, and the miracle of having children. And under that roof, I also grew up wanting to make the world a better place. So I headed off to UCLA as a history major, but how could I study the French Revolution when there was a revolution happening right outside my door? The students were protesting against the Vietnam War, which turned out to be an unjust war. And of course, the police brutality stopped the protests from happening. We didn't have camera phones back then, so I quickly had to learn how to use a camera. And that camera protected me and other people from being beaten. This is an FBI agent on campus that was taking photos and writing down names and arresting all the student leaders. These were my first photographs. I also learned it was a lot easier for me to hand in a photo essay than to write a paper. And in the times we're experiencing right now, it probably doesn't hurt to take a look back and see that maybe there's a connection. The repression that happened back then spawned Earth Day and the liberation movements for women and people of color. I continued to capture magic moments, and I fell in love with photography and filmmaking. And I continued to capture moments by chasing the light. And that's when I met my greatest teacher. Mother Nature taught me everything about lighting and composition, texture, color, and movement. She also taught me how to live a creative and sustainable life, because Mother Nature isn't greedy and will never waste a single molecule. She also helped me connect with the deepest part of my soul. So after I graduated, I went to Northern California to a little town called Elk. I didn't have much money, but I did have time and a sense of wonder. And I imagined, what if I could take these old cameras to shoot time-lapse built in the 1920s, but they had this big AC motor attached to the back of them, and obviously my extension cord wouldn't be long enough to go outdoors. So I thought, what if I could build a small little motor that ran on batteries so that I could take these cameras outdoors and capture the magic of fog rolling in and out, and shadows moving through the forest, and shafts of light through landscapes, and flowers opening and closing. I've had a camera rolling now 40 years, nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, capturing time-lapse flowers. And I've squeezed that into 16 hours of film. I want to share with you what life would be like if you could see it from the point of view of a flower. So the flowers seduced me by their beauty, color, taste, aroma. And what I learned after shooting these flowers all these years is that beauty is nature's tool for survival because we protect what we love. And that's why puppies are cute. That's why kittens are cute. And babies are cute. That's why your kids are cute. If they weren't cute, you'd throw them out with the bathwater. It's called unconditional love. And your grandkids are cute. We're hardwired to love because DNA wants to move forward, and so does our living planet. So I've always imagined, what would it be like? Could I put a time-lapse camera in space in order to film the Earth? Well, thanks to breakthrough technology and using data, we can simulate that image, the movement of humanity on Earth. Every blue dot you see is a plane taking off, and using data, we can create an image that's invisible and above us constantly, the vast network of air traffic over America. We can do the same thing with ships at sea. We can use data to create a time-lapse image of a global economy in motion. And decades of data can show us the currents in the ocean, clouds in the atmosphere, lightning adorned by the aurora borealis. This could be the ultimate time-lapse image, the anatomy of Earth brought to life. Thank you. So, let's come down to Earth, but not all the way. This is the Soarin' ride that I did for Disney theme parks, and I was fortunate enough to be able to travel around the world and capture these incredible wonders. But sadly, A lot of them are on the verge of disappearing because of climate change. In China, 2 hours outside of Beijing, we could not take off for 2 days because the visibility was so bad, I literally could not see the Great Wall below me. In Greenland, the elders talked to me about the fact that the ice was too thin for them to hunt. And that melting ice is raising the sea levels, and in Fiji, many of the small islands are already going underwater. But the highlight for me last year was during the Paris summit. A number of filmmakers were asked to go to Rome and project imagery on the Vatican in order to support Pope Francis's encyclical to protect the environment in front of 20,000 people. Imagine how I felt, the son of Holocaust survivors, being able to project light and beauty on the Vatican, given that they were silent during the roundup of Jews in Italy and throughout Europe. Times do change, things get better, I've got hope, but I think we have to remain vigilant. I wish I could have shared it with my parents. Thank you. So in these times of breakdown and breakthrough, we need to imagine that solutions are possible. We can't allow our political leaders to turn their backs on science in fear and denial. We need to get them to work. We need to compel them to work for solutions and partnerships that we need. We also need to reach out to people that have different views than we do by finding common ground and being able to agree we want a healthy planet for our children. These are difficult times, and we're facing big challenges, but we can rise to the occasion. We need to wake up and imagine that we can live in a better world. We can't waste a single day, because this is our one and only home. We need to protect what we love and celebrate life. Thank you. Thank you.
Our closing hymn today is for the beauty of the earth. Please rise as you're willing and able and join us in singing.
Source of all
Let us extinguish our chalices with these words, which we read together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we keep in our hearts and share with all the world. This concludes our service today. Go in peace and with purpose.
Wonderful song to conclude it.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light, you're the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere and the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it
You're the
all.
blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all,
Every day I sit and pray cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
so I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see,
Everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
And that really concludes our service for today.